Who doesn't love a shiny new toy? But when it comes to custom-made goodies, you better be ready to fork over some serious dough and wait a hot minute. This is especially true when it comes to building a house. Money talks and time is money, so before you decide to build or buy a house, let's break down the costs and weigh the pros and cons. Buckle up, it's gonna be a wild ride. Is it cheaper to buy or build a house? To build or not to build? That is the question. In 2022, building a house will cost you a hopping $645,000. But wait, there's more. Buying an existing home will only set you back a measly $503,000. That's a difference of $142,000. So if you're feeling fancy, go ahead and build. But if you're a savvy saver, buying is the way to go. The prices of homes, both old and new, have skyrocketed in the past few years. But let's be real, building a house from scratch is gonna cost you an arm and a leg. It's like buying a brand new purse or car, you know it's gonna cost more than a secondhand one. I mean, have you seen the price of a pair of jeans at a fancy department store compared to a thrift shop? Yikes. And don't even get me started on the builders. They're paying through the roof for materials, workers, and fuel. So if you were thinking of building a house to save some cash, think again, my friend. It's gonna cost you a pretty penny. Building your own house versus buying a house. Are you ready to take on the ultimate DIY project and become the ultimate handyman? Or are you better off leaving it to the pros and buying a pre-made house? It all comes down to your situation, so let's weigh the options and see if you're up for the challenge. Get ready for some serious pros and cons, folks. Pros of building a house. Let's face it, building a house is pretty darn cool. Here's why. Customization. You get to design your dream home from scratch. Want a secret room behind a bookshelf? Done. Want a toilet that sings, show tunes? You got it. The possibilities are endless. No competition. You don't have to worry about getting into a bidding war with other buyers. You own the land, so you're the only one building on it. It's like having your own private island, but with walls and a roof. Little maintenance. No more worrying about fixing someone else's shoddy DIY projects. Your new home is up to code and has all the latest technology. You can sit back and relax knowing that your roof won't leak and your HVAC system won't fail. Low energy costs. Your new home is energy efficient, which means lower bills and more money in your pocket. Plus, you get to feel like a superhero for saving the planet. Newness. You get to be the first one to live in your new home. No more wondering who used the toilet before you or what that weird smell is. It's all fresh and new, just like you. Cons of building a house. So if you're thinking about building a house, well, hold on to your hard hat because there are some cons you should consider before you start hammering away. First off, building a house costs more than buying an existing one. But hey, if you're a baller with a budget, go for it. Just be prepared to wait a long time. Like 7 months long. And that's not even counting the planning and approval stages. Meanwhile, you'll be shelling out cash for rent or your current mortgage, plus the construction costs. Yikes. And don't even think about negotiating the price. You can try, but builders aren't exactly known for their bargaining skills. Plus, you'll get more bang for your buck with an existing home. But wait, there's more. Building a house can be noisy and messy. You'll have to deal with construction noise, traffic, and mud. And if you're really unlucky, you might end up with a roofing nail in your tire. Good luck explaining that one to your boss when you're late for work. And let's not forget the stress. You'll have to make a million decisions, from the home design to the flooring to the cabinets. And all while staying within your budget. It's like playing a never-ending game of The Sims, but with real money. Oh, and did we mention the hidden costs? Upgrades and unforeseen problems can quickly drive up the price of your new home. And don't forget about post-move costs like landscaping and blinds. They'll sneak up on you like a ninja. So there you have it. The cons of building a house. But hey, if you're up for the challenge, go for it. Just make sure you have a good sense of humor and a lot of patience. And maybe invest in some earplugs and a tire repair kit. Pros of buying an existing house. First and foremost, let's talk about the moolah. Buying an existing home is cheaper than a brand spanking new one with similar features. But don't just compare square footage and number of bedrooms, location is key. Here are some other perks. Quick close. No need to twiddle your thumbs waiting for your builder to finish installing cabinets and floors. Most transactions close within 30 to 45 days. Just enough time to start packing and practicing your moving dance. Room to negotiate. As a buyer, you can haggle with the seller on the price and even repairs that need to be done to the house. Ching. Location. The money you save by buying an existing home could land you in that dream neighborhood you've always wanted. And as the real estate gurus say, location is everything. Cons of buying an existing house. So you're thinking of buying an existing house? Well, hold on to your hats, folks, because it's not all rainbows and unicorns. Here are some of the cons you might encounter. Repairs needed. As homes age, they start to fall apart faster than a Jenga tower in an earthquake. And let's face it, a new roof or HVAC system could cost you more than a kidney on the black market. So if you're shopping for a house, make sure to check the expiration date. Not exactly what you want. Sorry to burst your bubble, but you're not going to find a house that checks off every box on your list. You might have to settle for a few things you don't like a bathroom with golden swan faucets or a bedroom with a stenciled horse border. Yeehaw. Needs updates. The previous owner might have had a thing for purple bedrooms and neon green walls, but that doesn't mean you have to. Get ready to spend some cash updating your new space, just don't go overboard with the paintbrush. Environmental concerns. If you buy an old house, you might have to deal with some nasty chemicals like lead paint or asbestos tile. Yikes. Better bring your hazmat suit. Hidden problems. Even if you get a home inspection, you could still find a problem the inspector missed. It's like playing a game of hide and seek. Instead of finding your little brother, you find a leaky roof. So do you still want to buy an existing house, or are you ready to take on the challenge of building your own? Stay tuned for the cost breakdown, folks. A breakdown of the average cost to build a house. Alright folks, get ready to clutch your wallets because we're about to talk about the average cost to build a house. Drum roll please, it's a hopping $644,750. But don't panic just yet, that's just the average. Some homes are built for less, but let's not forget about those fancy schmancy custom homes that cost an arm and a leg and skew the numbers. Now let's break it down and see where all that money goes. Sales commission, $23,080. Financing costs, $12,192. Lot, $114,622. Permits, fees, plans, $29,193. Foundation, $43,086. Framing, $80,280. Exterior work, $46,108. Plumbing, electrical, HVAC, $70,149. Interior finishes, $94,300. Final steps, landscaping, $23,065. Builder's profit, $65,369. Miscellaneous costs, $43,306. Total, $644,750. Average cost based on location. So, you want to buy a house? Well, let me tell ya, location is everything. If you want to live in a fancy schmancy neighborhood, be prepared to fork over some serious dough. But if you're cool with living in the boonies, you can save some cash. And don't even get me started on the cost of living. It's like a roller coaster ride, up and down depending on where you live. If you're looking for a bargain, steer clear of the coasts and head on over to the Midwest or South. But enough with the boring stuff, let's talk about the real question on your mind. How the heck are you gonna pay for this house? Tips to pay for a newly built home or an existing home. Listen up, folks. If you're planning on building or buying a home, don't go broke in the process. Stick to a house that won't suck up more than 25% of your paycheck each month. Trust us, you don't want to be eating ramen noodles every night just to make your mortgage payment. And that 25% includes all the boring stuff like taxes, insurance, and HOA fees if you're unlucky enough to have those. So unless you want to be the laughingstock of your neighborhood, make sure you can actually afford your dream home. Should I buy or build a house? To buy or to build, that is the question. It's like choosing between a pre-made sandwich or building your own masterpiece. If you're a newbie to the homeownership game, it's probably best to stick with a pre-made option and buy an existing house. You'll save some dough and get some practice before you tackle the challenge of building your own. Plus, you can build up some equity to help fund your next house. But if you're a seasoned pro, building a house could be the ultimate DIY project. Just make sure you don't go overboard and end up with a house that's 25% duct tape. And don't forget about all the other costs that come with owning a home, like fixing leaky faucets and paying for electricity. No matter which route you choose, owning a house you can afford is like hitting the jackpot, or at least winning a free sandwich. Buy or build with confidence. To buy or to build, that is the question. But fear not, my dear friend, for a wise real estate agent shall guide you through this conundrum. They'll show you the hidden gems in established neighborhoods or the hotspots in emerging communities. And they'll help you figure out if you should put on your hard hat and build from scratch or cozy up in a pre-existing abode. Trust us, with their help, you'll be living your dream home life in no time. So what's the verdict? Well, it really depends on your personal preferences, budget, and how much time and effort you're willing to put in. But no matter which option you choose, remember that at the end of the day, a house is just a building. What really makes it a home is the love, laughter, and memories that you create within its walls. Thanks for tuning in, folks, and remember, whether you buy or build, Don't forget to invite me over for the housewarming party.